What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on some comments that I recently uh, heard Jason Whitlock say. And Jason Whitlock, the topic was Jason Whitlock was speaking about the recent head coach that the Dallas Cowboys hired, right? And they hired Marty Schottenheimer's son. I forgot his name, but they hired the son of Marty Schottenheimer. And so Jerry Jones has really been taking a lot of criticism for this hire. And that's because there was some other candidates that Jerry Jones probably could have got, but he didn't get, and he waited, and a lot of people feel that the fact that Jerry Jones waited really hurt the Dallas Cowboys, right? And it hurt them in two different ways. One, they didn't get the best coach that they could possibly get because they waited. Two, once the other teams hired these coaches, these other coaches are out there now getting all the best offensive coordinators, getting all the best defensive coordinators, and really they're putting the best coaching staffs together for their teams. And Dallas is going to get like third, like not because all right, so who was hired? Let me see. The guy from what's the guy name that was at Seattle? Now he's at Chicago. Was he at Chicago? Well, anyway, you know, two most all these good coaches that got hired. And I can't even remember the guy name that was at Seattle. And I dig him. I think he's a really good coach. But they could have had, um, the guy from Seattle, and now he's out getting all the best, getting his staff together and his coach, all his coaches and everything. And Jerry Jones is really missing out. And it's always been about, Jerry Jones is his ego. He do the same thing when it comes to like signing his players. Like he'll wait to the last minute and sign them. But by the time Jerry Jones decides to sign his players, a lot of times the price has gone up, and he wound up costing himself even more money. And that has been his pattern ever since he's got to the Cowboys. His ego has really hurt the Cowboys, and that's why the Cowboys really haven't been successful since he let uh, Jimmy Johnson go. And once he let Jimmy Johnson go, they did win one more Super Bowl with what's the guy, Barry Schwartz or something like that. But that was still Jimmy Johnson's team that Barry won with, right? So a lot of people believe that if Jerry Jones and Jason Whitlock makes this point, he believes that had Jerry Jones been able to um like put his ego aside, then Dallas would have been able to win more Super Bowls than they won. This has been like around 30 years since the Cowboys have had any type of Super Bowl or real success. They I think in over the last few years, I think they only had like two playoff games or something like that. It's just crazy. So, and the reason a lot of people say that they're in this position is because Jerry Jones, and that's the point that Jason Whitlock was making. His ego has really been what has been holding the Cowboys back. It has been a lack of talent. It hasn't been draft choices. I think over the years they've had some good quarterbacks. They've had some good running backs. Over the years they've had good wide receivers. Um, their offensive line, at times they had the biggest and the best offensive line. And so with all that talent and you know, all that talent that they've had over the years, it just seems that, they would have been able to find more success than what they have had. But I think that with Jerry Jones is always interfering with the coaches and making sure that everybody know that Jerry Jones is the one who is calling the shots and running the show. Kind of make his coaches, it just takes the power from the coaches, and then so the coaches are not really able to establish a culture, and so they don't really have a culture. Most of the time, they don't have an identity, and then that's why the Dallas Cowboys have not really been as successful. He don't allow his coaches to coach, and that's the whole point in what Jason Whitlock was saying. The reason why Jason Whitlock felt the need to drag Jerry Jones is because Jerry Jones has been the one, he's the common denominator when you talk about like Dallas Cowboys and their lack of success. Um, it always comes back to Jerry Jones and his ego and the fact that he thinks, for some reason he think that he knows what's best, and maybe winning is not even important to Jerry Jones. You know, maybe it's just about selling tickets, or it's just about the fact that it's about Jerry Jones, and it's not even about winning. And I think the only way this is going to change is if is when Jerry Jones leave. I think that's when the Cowboys will they'll change when Jerry Jones leave. But other than that, I think it is what it is. And so that's my take on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. With that being said, leave a comment and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.